you're listening to No Bulk Podcast, episode 107 with George, and for the first time in 4 months...
Well, Conor, it's Connie.
This man.
This man thing.
The man thing. How is it to be back, Conor? It's nice to see you.
It is nice to see you as well in person, but it's just very weird, literally with the microphone closer to my face, I swear, last time, and that thing over there watching me.
I know, this is your first time on the vids.
It's my camera debut, and I'm shitting myself.
Try and move that out your way for me, mate. How are you, though?
Yeah, alright, buzzing. I've just been waiting all day.
Yeah.
I've been waiting.
Back at it. Back at it again. First time in a long time. We'll use the pad again now, just because I can't see what's on there anymore.
No.
Yeah, but has lockdown been treating you?
I don't feel locked down anymore. That's a sign.
I get locked down, but I get up again.
Exactly. No matter how hard I get locked down, I get back up again.
Back in.
Bish bash bosh. Left right.
Working hard.
Doesn't
Hardly
stop, mate.
working.
The grind doesn't stop. Oh, hardly working, I wish. I wish. But, no rest for the wicked.
We're back. Normal services resumed, essentially.
Yeah.
So it's nice to be back. Should we jump into it?
Absolutely.
In this new format we call I read from a piece of paper, and Conor reacts.
Stares at it.
Shh, don't tell him you can see. Okay.
I can't see.
I don't. The thing is, I should start doing is writing these down in an order because I'm trying to look at what I want to sort of talk about first. Everything's been delayed, right?
Well, that's it. That's the
COVID.
news. Yeah.
Because that's still happening. Wear your masks from Friday when you're shopping. Don't argue with anyone because. You know, I've just realised I can see the playback in the reflection of the TV.
Oh no, I'll notice it too now.
That's pretty cool.
That is wicked.
Oh, I just dropped my pen.
Oh dear. Oh, don't expect me to grab it for you.
Gerald. Hi, I'm Paul McGann, and Tenet, the movie that was going to be the big first blockbuster out the gate,
was going to be.
Came back.
Yeah.
Someone's doing something very loud outside. We have to have the windows open because it's quite hot, and we have to have the blind open so you can see.
Don't layer up, kids. Don't layer up. Whatever you do today, don't layer up.
Tenet has been delayed. Chris Nolan's probably not very happy about that.
No, you can't be a happy chum right now.
No, you can't do. What say you about this? Because I know you were very much like, you wanted something to look forward to when you come back. And the studio's obviously like, you know what, let's not kill anyone.
I'm just
going to quickly close the window while you start talking.
I've gone out my way as well to watch all of the Nolan films, but now it just feels pointless. I mean, I was kind of expecting a delay because, again, it's just what this year has brought. But to sit here for however many hours indoors, because, again, lockdown, I haven't been able to do anything much, and to spend all the time watching his... I've been sort of revising, and then to find out, like,
studying
2 weeks before that it ain't around.
The exam's not happening.
It's not happening. It's not. It's been indefinitely delayed, hasn't it? It hasn't.
Is it completely off schedule now?
Not yet. Well, it hasn't. Warner Brothers are confident, or they're apparently still releasing it this year, but they haven't. No.
Wow.
And it might not be international. We might get it before America because it depends on the economies of the countries of where they release it.
And you know how bad the infection rate is, because you know. Like Halloween said, but we don't really want the film to kill the audience. But Chris Nolan's like, oh no, you must open cinema. Like, well, why doesn't he help? You know, use some of his money, like help fund research. He's that desperate for cinemas to open and wants a vaccine. Yeah. Just put your hand in your pocket. I mean, it's easy to say, I'm not a millionaire.
Or a billionaire. Or a trillionaire.
I'm not Jeffrey Bezos.
No.
No, if he spent like $1 million a day, he would not run out of money.
No.
It's madness.
The dude's just rich.
He's insane. He like went up 13 billion in what he's worth yesterday or the day before.
Just like that.
That's the fastest. That's the most. Like someone's net worth has gone up in a day, I think, ever. Just because you know.
Because it's the name.
He's not got enough money.
It's the brand. It's Jeff Bezos.
Yeah. But one thing that we are still getting on time. Is WandaVision. It's definitely still 2020.
Something.
November release?
Yeah, last time I read, yeah. As long as it's 2020 is what matters.
So it would have coincided with Eternals.
Yeah.
Now it's going to coincide with Black Widow. Again!
Again.
More Black Widow. I think WandaVision is the one I'm most excited for out of all the Disney Plus shows. Mainly because we don't know what's happening with Miss Marvel, Moon Knight, or
She-Hulk. As of yet, we won't know for ages because they're going to be like the last of the phase.
Out of those three, I'd say Moon Knight.
Just because it could be wacky.
Give it to Keanu Reeves or Daniel Radcliffe.
Oh please, please.
Or have Keanu Reeves cameo in
As Constantine.
Or
Yeah.
as an alternate version of Doctor Strange in Multiverse of Madness.
Oh wow.
Just like Benedict Cumberbatch looks in the mirror and he's got Keanu Reeves' face. Just something that simple.
Oh Jesus.
Just be like, oh, what could have been?
Yeah. Oh, that would be cool.
Because that must have been a role that they would have been after for him. Keanu's great. I started watching John Wick 3 again the other day.
I've done the whole trilogy this week. I watched 3 last night.
They've taken 1 and 2 off of Netflix.
Have they?
Mm-hmm. Now I have to bloody buy them.
So the third one's still on there?
The Parabellum's still on there.
That's been on there since like Christmas.
Third one's the best one.
I want to buy by miles. By miles.
I can't wait for the fourth one. Or the Continental TV show. And hopefully the rumoured crossover with Atomic Blonde happens. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's great. It's been so long I don't remember what we haven't seen. So
true.
This is the
a lot's changed. A lot's changed.
A lot of things.
Before and after has completely changed for me.
WandaVision is, like I said, it's the most intriguing in terms of
mystery and plot, because we don't even know what it is.
Yeah, we don't actually have a clear thing. We just know that there's different decades of sitcom. It's like half sitcom, half sci-fi.
And some shots black and white. She dresses up in her costume from the comics at one point. And
you always get like a snapshot of each era of a sitcom, like from 60s through to modern day. It's great. They have kids in it at some point. Paul Bettany says it's the weirdest thing you'll ever see, and it leads into Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, which Loki also does.
Yeah.
Heard less on Loki though over the past.
We haven't. No.
Mainly because I think that was in announcement order, so that would have been the next one to go into mainstream production.
Yeah.
So there's Falcon and Winter Soldier.
What is it? Done filming? Most of it's got to be done.
It was most of it done before COVID, and then it was allowed to start filming recently, or is about to be allowed to start. I don't quite me on it. I don't know. I don't work for Marvel. If I did.
Not yet.
I'd probably be able to afford a bigger room to do this thing. But that one has been delayed. It's not going to be in August, which kind of get. Yeah. I think it depends on. I was thinking about this. It depends on if they're going to Mandalorian it, or in terms of the older generation, just watch it like normal TV and watch it once a week.
Old school.
Or drop for the binge. I think they're doing the whole thing at once. If they can't make.
I'd like to think that.
I like the full thing of the Mandalorian though. I like that.
The waiting once a week.
We need to have an episode on the Mandalorian because I love it.
Oh, absolutely. Oh no, that's what? That ain't August, is it? Or is that later in the year? It's October.
October, I believe.
Yeah. So no, we'll do that in September.
Yeah, we'll do. Yeah, we'll go over the Mandalorian again. And the did you see the Disney Inside Gallery? Not yet,
because I haven't rewatched. Since I was going to watch it when Disney Plus came out. I'm saving Mandalorian for when, literally the week or two before.
Watch the behind the scenes things now because they focus on a different aspect. They don't. It's not like confidential.
Behind the scenes
where they do a behind the scenes on each episode. It's you focus on one thing. So it's the first episode is all the directors, then it's all the cast, and then it's the legacy of Star Wars, the props, the technology. Like you see them because they do the back-facing projection screen thing and all that. You see all that. It's like, oh my god. I think I want it to get into production, and hopefully one day we'll get there because it's got to be confidential when I watch that, and I feel like this is going to have that same impact on people's lives, like especially this generation watching that. I want to make something like that.
As it goes forward, yeah. I will check it out anyway because I did love The Mandalorian from what I remember. But
which I remember so long ago.
That was long ago.
What do you mean? You watched it only when Disney Plus came out?
Yeah, officially. See? Good boy, me. Good boy. Officially, yes.
Yeah, Falcon Winter Soldier, so must be a block if they can't make August, which is a shame, but there can't be much more left on that. Because we've seen Daniel Brawl in the mask, we've seen Wyatt Russell dressed up as US agent.
Yeah.
We've seen the we haven't seen the full new costume in person for Falcon. Captain America. People are still angry that the black man's going to be Captain America.
Captain Falcon.
It's a comic book character and it's progressive, so
diversity and all that. It's
Like
2020.
The people that don't like that, and also the people that hate Jodie Whittaker, are probably the people that want Lawrence Fox to be the Doctor, because he's a piece of shit, and they probably want J.K. Rowling to write it, because she hates trans people.
Oh dear.
I like Harry Potter, I don't like the author. What did you think
so.
of that? Because you kind of sort of...
I have missed various bits.
Yeah,
of it,
you
but
were...
that was one of the few. That was one of the few things I had like sort of picked up on. But yeah, why JK? Why JK? Why?
People have opinions, like,
It seems a bit out of the blue.
It's not. I'm not saying like she can't have those opinions, but if you can have those opinions, maybe don't post it on the internet where you have millions of followers.
Everyone does. Yeah, it's just the thing. They all fall down the rabbit hole. They have an image. We like them because not that I know J.K. Rowling personally, but I thought she was an author of like the most popular book series of all time. Like I thought would be a nice person behind the scenes and progressive. And like again, if you said this on paper, I'd be like J.K. Rowling. Sure, you meant this person instead. But no, like it just seems out of the blue. It just Cursed Child was what last year. Year before?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I think so,
I thought if anything like this is going to happen, I thought it'd spiral around whenever something new in that universe gets released, not like 2 years after.
It's not her putting
randomly
horrible opinions on the internet.
Just one day bored drunk. I don't know. We don't know the story. She might have been drunk one day.
I think she means to be. I think she feels like she's doing like the right thing and being protective of the female gender, but she doesn't need to because you're only a woman if you menstruate. Well, some women, born women, can't do that medically because of pre-existing. We're getting very sciencey and very feminist.
Very political, yeah.
But just want to say, if any trans people watch this, welcome.
Oh, well.
I mixed between a thumbs up and a wave, so I just go like that.
I'll do some sort
Trans rights, please. If people want to go to the Harry Potter studio to want to take pictures wearing trans rights tops there, then send those in. gmail.com.
By all means.
It was weird seeing all those people like come out and be like, oh, like staunchly defending her, but like, can you see what she's like saying? And then like Daniel Radcliffe and everyone saying like, yeah, this is like we've all kind of been wrong because the industry hasn't evolved. I'm still learning. Like we're all still learning. We have to be accepting of everyone. It's like, good on you.
Yeah, well done. At least
how are you 30 years old?
At least they've got sense. Yeah, how is he 30?
Yeah, and Eddie Redmayne, it's awkward because he's still under contract to do it. Maybe you take her out and have story by J.K. Rowling but written by someone else.
Right.
You give her the story credit, but
you
might have to step back from it. Otherwise, I feel like you might lose some actors and I think a lot of the audience.
Maybe.
I think we'll have to see what opening weekend next year is for Fantastic Beasts 3.
Yeah.
I swear Grindelwald's definitely good, okay in this one, and him and Dumbledore had sex once. It's the full title.
That is a full title, yeah. Yeah, Grindelwald had sex once.
There was a thread though that it's like Harry Potter is actually very regressive. Like, if you look at the characters, like just on the whole, and the fact that Dumbledore was only gay after the books had come out. It's like,
true.
Oh, yeah,
that is true. Yeah, that is very true.
And there's someone on Twitter, I don't know who it is, but they do a really funny J.K. Rowling impression. It's like, oh, what do you mean? Like, does everyone forget that I made like Dumbledore gay? And as it goes on, it's like, this is really funny and taking the piss, but also, this is probably everything that she does think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good times. What were we talking about?
It was Tenet, innit?
We were talking about delays and Falcon and Winter Soldier. Yeah.
That all
Falcon and
spiraled.
Winter Soldier. Yeah.
Go Marvel. Go Disney. Go Marvel. We need content on that app.
We need something before the Snyder Cut, which I'm not buying HBO Max for that.
No.
I don't need another. I didn't buy BritBox.
No,
I haven't even used the free trial.
No, neither have I. No.
I think the only time I'll do it is because stuff like Cold Feet has come off of Netflix and then is no longer on Sky On Demand.
Oh.
So if I feel like watching a series that was on ITV or BBC and it's not on there, it's like, I don't really feel like paying $9.99 a month to watch Cold Feet Series 1.
I'd watch Wheel in Space was on there from what I remembered a while ago.
Oh.
Like a reconstruction. I would watch a trial of that. If I know for definite it's on there, I would look at that because again,
the Doctor Who stuff has been a big draw since that dropped on Boxing Day.
Presents unboxing.
That dropped because that dropped on the thing on Boxing. I think it came out November, October-ish.
Oh, okay.
And then Boxing Day is when they were like,
Here's all of
the
it.
Doctor Who's that we have access to.
Can't see currently.
Do you think they'll put the animated reconstructions on there?
That is another debate. I wouldn't see it.
Would it
soon.
make you get it if Fury from the Deep came out on BritBox first before, like if it came out like a month before the Steelbook release? Would you
No,
watch it on BritBox first? Would you not be tempted?
That depends on the story. Will in Space bugs me because we've been promised that release. They've worked on it. They gave us a snippet of it in the Macroterror. So ideally, you'd think it would be out now, or at least on its way. But we've not heard anything since.
People were making lists of like the easiest ones to recreate.
Yeah.
And obviously people were like, we need some Hartnell love because all we had is Troughton.
That is very true, yeah.
Unless they're going for Hartnell, for Troughton first because he's got
more sort of complete stories in seasons, whereas Hartnell's is more static and random.
Yeah, everything's scattered around, yeah. I would love a Marco Polo one. I'd love if they found Marco Polo. I think someone on Twitter said if we get to August next year and we haven't found another missing episode, that's the longest gap since a missing episode was found.
Really?
Yeah. Between like here's one. I think there's some stuff. I don't think we're ever going to find them all because
no, we would have heard something by now.
Remember, like 2013, like someone claimed that they'd found like 100, and it was like, that's quite convenient.
And it was what 11 episodes. It was Enemy of the World and Web of Fear, apart from episode 3 or 4. They were the last ones found, I think.
Something like that. Like something. I'd like the Massacre of St. Bartholomew's Eve.
Why not? Yes, why not?
12 parts.
No, as a 4. No, Daleks Master Plan's 4 parts. Massacre is the story, I think, afterwards.
Oh.
I think.
I don't know. Tell us.
No, Daleks is 12 parts. That's going to be like the hardest one if they reconstruct it.
There's just so much going on. That'd be so good to have. Or just have the
so many sets and characters in the scene and stuff. That's going to be the issue if they do tackle something like that. It's going to be how many people to animate, how many locations, how many designs.
But then the bits that they changed in Macroterror don't detract from the story?
No, but again, I don't see, if they did announce they were going to do Master Plan, I don't see, they would have to cut some elements of it back, whether it's from a visual design point of view or maybe less characters. I don't know what they would do to sort of compromise it.
Would they do like with Macroterror where you have the option for all animated in black and white, all animated in colour, and animated with the surviving episodes in there as well? Or are you not a fan of switching between?
No, I mean, I normally just stick to the one format. I mean, it wouldn't bother me. It's nice to have the original whatever footage of it on there. I'm totally fine with that. It's just, I don't know. I haven't seen a mode where it's like animated, then you watch live action, then animated.
Invasion, I think is.
Yeah, because that's only 2 episodes though.
Yeah.
Most of it's normal, and then you get.
That was hard. That was a hard watch for me because I was like, that's obviously an older one, so I was like, oh god, this.
That's the first. That's the first animation, I think.
Oh.
1 and 4, I want to say, or 1 and 3.
Something like that. Because I remember it going, oh,
you're like,
footage now. There's Patrick Troughton's face. And it doesn't. Oh, Jamie, Joe, Romana.
I just love how they're not. I just love how the Sidemen are not in it until like halfway through.
Yeah, it's quite good stuff. Oh man, I miss Doctor Who.
I haven't watched.
But then I'm still kind of rewatching it because my girlfriend now on series 10.
Oh,
it was a slot. We had a big gap.
I swear you had like when I was last on it. I swear you're on like series 1 and 2.
Yeah, so
you watched that much.
Obviously during lockdown, there was a day where she was like, "I'm gonna watch the Christmas special," and I was like, "FaceTime me and we'll watch it at the same time." And then we literally just started doing that. There was a day where we watched half of series 2. That's the series that she loved series 1, but then series 2 was like when she was like, I had that moment of okay, I get it, I get what this is.
I need to see it through.
And then we blitzed through that. Loved David. Ended that. Didn't know if she was gonna like Smith. Loved Matt Smith.
Yeah,
which I'm thankful for, so that I don't have to get rid of her. Then we hit
just putting it out there.
Then we hit Peter Capaldi and things.
Yeah, it got a bit topsy turvy. Yeah.
Just a quick recap. I didn't realise how boring Series 8 is. When looking at the face of it, I was always like, Series 8's better than Series 9. But now I think Series 8 is the worst. I think Series 8 is now the worst.
Really?
Because it's like the series. It's got, I think, the Series 11 problem. It's trying to be a refresh, but also not a lot's happening.
No.
There's not a lot drawing me in. And then we got to the end of that. We managed to get to the end of that. Because before, normally, like in an episode, like we'd maybe watch 1 or 2 a night. Sometimes it'll push 3, depending on what time we started. And then we would like maybe bits like we talk about it, like she'd notice bits from other things. But like in Capaldi, it was literally just like
God.
we was like
no words spoken.
struggling to concentrate. And then it got to series 9. But like Last Christmas is shit still.
Oh, yeah, disgusting. Yeah, disgusting. Horrible.
Series 9 was like, oh, this is maybe a bit more fun, but it's still shit.
It's all.
And we got to the end of Under the Lake and Before the Flood, which I think are the best 2-part
possibly
of that
yeah
thing, apart from Heaven Sent, which on its own stand out
incredible.
is like glorious. And then we was like, it was really like it. And to like refresh us, I was like, try 1 episode of Torchwood,
right?
And
what, from the beginning?
Yeah, and we'll see if that sort of reinvigorates your love for Doctor. Because we were originally going to do it like before lockdown. It was going to be like series 1, series 2, series of Torchwood, series of Sarah Jane, blah blah blah, intertwine it like it's meant to be, so that Stolen Earth and Journey's End
would be the
like,
actual combination, the end game.
Like the end game.
Yeah, like the end game.
And but then we got into that, and it immediately like
it went down.
It was back into that love of Doctor Who again. Like we blitzed through series 1 and 2. We did Children of Earth as you're meant to do it, 1 a night.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Staggered it like the old release date, one Monday to Friday.
Yeah.
So that it just left you wanting more. And then we did Miracle Day, and so in just over 4 weeks, I think.
I don't remember Miracle Day being that bad. I didn't mind Miracle Day.
Yeah, than I thought.
I didn't mind Miracle Day.
Everyone moans about it.
No.
It's too American, but it's okay.
It's watchable. Just a shame about that ending.
Yeah. I hope we get a throwaway line or something in the Christmas special just about how Reese and Gwen are and where Rex is in the world.
Well, if he's in the Christmas special.
I imagine that would be... Ooh, John Barron, we don't know if he's in the Christmas special. He keeps talking about it. John Barron's at the point now where he literally gives no fucks.
No.
He's just like, yeah, I'm in it at Christmas.
Yeah, I'm in it.
And everyone else is like, I don't know what I'm allowed to say. John Barron's like, I'm there, the Daleks are in it.
Sontarans are back, they're controlling the Daleks.
I'd love a Sontaran story.
That's what I've been craving for.
We did all that, and then we got back into. We managed to. I was like, all right, if we slog through so we go to Died Woman Who Lived, the shittiest ones, Zygon Invasion, and Sleep No More. Then we get onto from Face the Raven onwards. We should be okay.
Yeah.
As I said, Face the Raven it's fine.
It's all
about the last 20 minutes. Heaven Sent is perfect. Hellbent is shit, but you'll remember it. And then the Husband's River Song is probably the most fun you're going to have in a Christmas special.
Yeah.
We got to that, and then once Clara died, picked right back up again.
Yeah.
Because like the whole time it was like she was like, I don't know if Capaldi's like, no, he doesn't work for me. But then like seeing him on his own in Heaven Sent, and then especially with River. Afterwards, when he's on his own, she was like, "It's Clara that's holding him back."
It was Clara.
Like, yes,
Clara is the problem. She saw the light.
Clara is better with Capaldi than Smith, but she is not.
She's not perving after Smith.
Not a good companion make.
No.
And then we're on series 10, and so far I enjoyed that. We're on Oxygen. So
4 and 5. 4 or 5. Yeah, 5.
We did Knock Knock, which was a 4, I think. Yeah. And so we're on Oxygen, and then we've got the Monk trilogy, so we'll see how that goes again.
Amazing trilogy. Nothing wrong with it. Amazing trilogy.
It takes all, but then I'm looking forward to specifically Empress of Mars, and then from Empress of Mars onwards, really, and then obviously Twice Upon a Time.
I can't remember, what was 10? What was episode 10?
Eaters of Light. That weird tribe in the Scottish Hill. And yes,
didn't mind that one, yeah.
And then obviously Christmas Regeneration, and then she hasn't seen the first series of Jodie. Do that Resolution, and then we're going to do series 12 again from the beginning because she joined. Nikola Tesla's Night of Terror was the first one she watched.
Right.
And the second one she watched was Fugitive of the Judean, and wondered why we were all really happy that John Barrowman was in it.
That's just she didn't get it at all. She's just like,
I said it right. Now, knowing
everything now, she's going to watch that again and be
knowing
like,
me,
what?
knowing you, that knowing what you know now, are you looking forward to Jack coming back?
It will completely change.
Jack for her is one of her top. I think I'm probably going to get all of her opinions wrong, but she loves Amy Rory in the Doctor. Is the perfect TARDIS team.
Yeah, kind of are, yeah.
Donna didn't really like Martha after Rose, which does happen with a lot of
It
people.
does. When I was younger, especially, it was
Yeah.
only upon the rewatch
Because
that I then
it's
found
almost like
appreciation.
it's almost like they set you up to hate her. But
Mm.
I think if you look back on it, Rose is a bit of a bitch, and Martha,
Bit
much
sloppy.
more rounded character. Maybe just Freema
And it
wasn't.
isn't just a sex
Maybe
object.
just Freema wasn't ready at that point for it. And also, the Doctor treated her really badly. Donna's great. Love Donna.
Hilarious. I'm so glad she was in that special. We missed her for a season, and then she came back.
We didn't know we missed her though. When she got back, it was
exactly.
Like, why did this not happen?
Yeah, exactly.
Sooner.
Great.
And warmed to Martha in her 3 episodes of Talk, because when I said, like, by the way, Martha is in 3 episodes of Talk True, she was like, but then she said when she's not, which was a good point, when she's not just smitten with the Doctor and just chasing after him, she works much better. It's when playing with someone like Jack, who she actually gets along, so it's like they're actually having a conversation instead of her just doing everything he says.
True.
That
is very true.
Very good point.
Well done.
Well done, you.
Yeah.
The student has become the master. The master.
Reborn.
Yeah, so that happened. But then we're also going to do Sarah Jane, hopefully, after.
Yeah.
To cheer ourselves up after we've done all that.
I haven't watched any more. I think last one I watched was the beginning of series 4 when, what's her name, Rani left? Or Maria left? No.
Maria left series 2.
Who left in series 4 then?
Luke went to uni.
Yeah, of course he did. Yeah, that was the last one I saw then. Luke. Yeah, he buggered off.
He went to uni, and K9 for legal reasons went with him because they were filming the K9 Australia TV series.
God awful series.
Where he regenerates for some reason and then flies.
Yeah, that was weird. I pretend that doesn't happen. Just don't talk about it.
That could be unsocial. What was that show called?
Yeah, unsocial commentary.
Unsocial commentary.
Yeah, no, I remember that.
The pilot, we can now do the face cam bit for it.
And we can actually do the commentary bit.
We can. Shall we?
Might as well.
Who knows, eh?
One
Need
day.
a logo. Anyone hit me up, please. What we really got off to
Again, we just go on
that was
tangents.
our nice Doctor Who tangent. The Game of Thrones prequel begins its casting. Scheduled for a 2022.
What was it called again? Red Dragon?
Release.
Red Dragon? I don't know. Blood Dragon?
Blood something of the quickly Google it.
Yeah.
The House of the Dragon.
House of the Dead Dragons? Far Cry 3, Blood Dragon, Game of
Far
Thrones?
Cry 6 with Gustavo.
Yeah, Far Cry 6.
I haven't finished Far Cry 4. When you get a capture card, I might have to
I need to do
pretend
5.
to play it. I have to do 4 Primal and 5.
5, Blood Dragon. I need to finish Blood Dragon. 5, Primal and Blood Dragon and New Dawn. The expansion pack that came out like last year as well.
I need to finish
House of the Dragon.
House of the Dragon.
House of the Dragon.
Did I say that? I don't remember. But scheduled for a 2022 release date. Has it been enough time for you to care about Game of Thrones yet?
I will, but I'll care about it more once the 4K set comes out, and I'll probably just own it, and then I'll rewatch it. By the time I rewatch it,
the 4K set?
I haven't ordered it. I haven't rushed. When is it out? November?
November, yeah. I pre-ordered it. They don't take anything to release, which is good because I pre-ordered it. I was like, hang on, do I have to pay it? Because some of them you do. They're like, no, it's fine. We'll take the money out on the release day, which comes out just before the Marvel 4K set.
Yeah, the Infinity Saga.
Which
Give me all your money set.
Which I might cancel.
You might cancel it.
Because I've only got to get like I'd like either trade them in or sell them. Obviously, I won't just keep like loads of them. But I feel like that saga's like such a special thing, and it could be an unboxing that gets us some views.
Sentimental value and YouTube views aside, yeah.
Speaking of,
it's the bonus discs. That's what I'd buy it for. I've got all the films.
Yeah.
I'll just buy it for the discs.
And it looks really pretty.
It does look pretty. And
Game of Thrones, I don't own season 8, so I'm like,
I don't own any of the seasons.
Do you want to own seasons 1 to 7? No, because they're only on Blu-ray. Yes, if I sell them some Marvel things, then I'll be like, yeah, I've only paid so much instead of 600 quid at once.
Yeah.
Which is like, yeah, I was going to say something, but I've completely fucking forgotten it.
Got it up. 250 quid.
Yeah.
Do I pre-order?
I pre-ordered it on Zavvi.
Savvy. I've never actually used Zavvi.
I would use Zavvi. It's great. I did that because they did a flash sale. They do flash sales and they give you
a lot.
Yeah, on steelbooks, like they popped up with that stuff. So that's how I got Shazam and
the other one,
Le Mans.
Yeah.
They were on sale. Le Mans, great film. Gutted I didn't see that in the cinema.
So did I. Yeah, I missed that film.
And
it was cool.
I got Bird's Price. I own 2 DCU movies and no more.
They're the only two.
I mean,
Not Wonder Woman at a push.
I'd push for Wonder Woman or Aquaman. I probably wouldn't get both.
Oh, okay.
Aquaman I have a bit more fun with.
You've had more fun with Aquaman? I thought you weren't keen on Aquaman.
Aquaman's fun and stupid, but it's a garbage pile of shit because there's 4 movies happening at once. And you're like, what
It's
the
a
hell
genre.
is
It's a
that?
genre movie that changes.
I'm here for. It's like everyone else. I'm here for Jason Momoa. Anything other than that is a bonus. And yeah, so that, and there's a program that we can join. But I've read for it. I nearly joined it. If you pay a £5 deposit, then it's not like an influencer thing, but it's like they'll give you a discount code. So we might work on that. We might not. I don't know if I'm cutting that bit, so that might not.
Savvy, stay tuned. Sponsor us.
Yeah, use them. That'd be good.
Savvy. I like. Yeah.
Give us money. But no, and their deliveries have been fast. Their return policies, because before I've had a Doctor Who still arrived without.
Do you get them
sleeve.
earlier as well?
You get them. I think it might be one of those.
Is Abby Space safe to buy from?
Xavier's safe. I'm trying to think of the other one. Zoom. Is it Zoom?
Probably Zoom. Yeah.
Something like that. I remember play.co.uk. I know when you used to buy stuff. It was like,
Yeah.
the fuck's
Or
that doing?
Rakuten, or whatever it's called now. Rakuten Play.
Yes.
Yeah, Rakuten.
But yeah, they've been generally quick. But I've always bought stuff. I haven't pre-ordered anything from them before. And they do a lot of the Marvel Legends figures that I kind of want to get into. If you haven't seen Chris Johnson of Big Damn Cast fame, he's on his own private channel. He does a lot of unboxings of Marvel Legends figures, but mainly gets them from eBay or
Elsewhere.
from the actual shops when you're allowed out. And Amazon as well. So he's been doing the Black Widow ones.
Right.
Like he bought the ones that he wanted, like Taskmaster and Black Widow, and then has them on his wish list. So some people have sent them to him to get. So because they want the review, which I think is quite a good idea. I'm tempted to send them one. I don't know what yet, and they come for like the Builder figure stuff, so they all come with a piece. And that one is Crimson Dynamo.
Yeah.
Is the Builder figure for that one, and one of the Builder figures for the Endgame wave was Fat Thor.
Oh really?
Complete with his Big Lebowski shades and
nice.
time travel wrist bit.
That's a great film. I've seen now.
You've seen Lebowski?
Yeah, that's a great film now.
Have you seen Bad Times at the El Royale?
Yes. He's another good performance from him. Even though he's only in the last 25 minutes.
I need to buy that. There's so many films that I'm just like, I want to just look up every film that came out over the last few years and just be like, okay, I need that.
Yeah, exactly.
Got Baby Driver. That's the main thing.
I haven't rewatched it yet. I have not rewatched that.
I have not cracked the seal on the. They took it off Netflix, so now I have to crack. It means I have to crack the seal on my 4K.
The seal.
What were we talking about?
Yeah, what was that now?
Uncharted started filming finally. Tom Holland's definitely
young Nathan
Drake from The Thief's End cutscene, and Mark Wahlberg as
the guy.
Jesus, what's his name? That's really going to annoy me.
To the internet.
But people are screaming at us. Well, when you get his name up, tell me, and I'm going to quickly try and guess it.
What am I doing?
Mac Daddy.
Mac Daddy. That is incorrect.
Yes,
oh my god! It's so many gameplay characters. Give me titles.
Sully.
No. Yeah, is it Sully? Oh, whatever. What is going on here? Excuse the 10-hour delay. I can't seem to find anywhere telling me about characters. I don't care about gameplay. Right, plot. Nathan Drake, Harry Flynn, Chloe Fraser, Marco Polo's in the game. No. Victor Sullivan.
There it is, Sully.
Yeah, Victor Sullivan.
Yeah, Mark Wahlberg playing Sully. He'd be a much better Nathan Drake.
He would, yeah.
But also, why would you not give it to Nolan North? The man who looks the most like Nathan Drake and is Nathan Drake.
Yeah, he's the voice, yeah.
But like, he literally, Nathan Drake is the spitting image of Nolan North. Or some other bloke that people keep mentioning, but I don't know his name, so he's not going to get mentioned.
Not Troy Baker. Not Troy Baker.
Get Troy Baker in as Tom Holland. Troy Baker plays Tom Holland.
That'd be a twin. He could be the new Spider-Man.
Can it break the curse of video game movies?
Maybe. I feel more confident in Borderlands. because that is a project that's been no one's heard about Borderlands.
Mhm.
Probably a lot of the audience, if you don't play the Borderlands games, probably won't know what Borderlands is. But
Also the best Telltale game.
I'm glad you said that. Yeah,
Tales from the Borderlands is my favourite.
you need to give that game some love.
We need to do some gameplay.
But no, if anything,
Payday, we're going to buy a
Borderlands.
game capture card.
Woo, good.
I recorded that, so now we have to do it.
I can take your word for it now because of that thing. That thing right there.
We're all going to do it. Yeah, Uncharted has the cinematic scope and potential of a movie.
Yeah.
Because I've always thought playing it's like, but then
I still need to play Uncharted.
it's like playing a movie. Like that's the appeal of a video game. So you're going to lose some of that anyway when you convert it to a film. So it's going to be interesting to see where the trade-off is and how
they will
they
cut around it.
Yeah, and how the characters are going to be because it'd be nice to see like what they come up with. But I think Tom Holland's.
Sullivan's older as well. I say Mark Wahlberg. I know he's like an older, but he don't look. In my mind, if it is who I'm thinking of, because I haven't played the games, he doesn't look like.
Doesn't look like
the games.
Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
But then eventually, I think the thing is maybe then he will.
It might be a prequel. Is that what the film?
I
is?
think what it's meant to be. It's meant to be set before. It's literally the level in Thief's End where you go back and he is a kid. And
Right.
I think that's essentially what
so
they've gone for. Because Tom Holland, not a big bloke, great actor, fantastic Spider-Man.
Yes.
Great Peter Parker.
Oh yeah.
Terrible woman, but he's.
Aren't we all? Aren't we all?
Yeah. I'm
Why not?
interested. I'm glad it's finally happening and not been delayed again. And like, we're definitely going to film it at some point this decade.
More like next.
Mm-hmm.
But no, Uncharted. Fingers crossed. Tom Holland. We count on you.
We shall see. We can also say that Noah Centineo, who is Hercules in the Hercules live-action remake.
Wait, I've not seen that. All right. Okay.
It's not out. The casting came out. Danny DeVito's
Oh, I
still
thought
in
you
it.
meant the one with the Rock in. The one that did come out. There's a
No,
Hercules
no.
movie with the Rock. That's all I know.
The Rock is Hercules in that one. Obviously. No,
Yeah,
we did an episode while you weren't here about the
could've filmed.
casting of Hercules. It's got
Yeah.
Hercules in the thumbnail.
Okay.
Now we use footage so we don't get copyright claims about using a picture because apparently we're showing footage of Rambo.
In his prime, obviously. In his prime.
I'm most proud of that video name, but it's done like the worst. Go show Rambo number 5 some love.
Rambo number 5, yeah.
He apparently is Atom Smasher in Black Adam.
Right, okay, Atom Smasher. Yeah.
So
okay.
are we doing the slow build to Shazam versus Black Adam? I hope so.
Maybe.
I don't want to just throw Zachary Levi
in
back
Shazam 2.
I want him to have a Shazam 2 to himself.
As much as
to be
it's
fully in his prime, and then maybe Black Adam in the third one.
I was gonna say, as much as it is like the DCEU, you can have like a Shazam verse. Give us.
Well, they're focusing on individual
That's what.
things,
Yeah, do that approach.
but also still feel it. So then, if in a few years' time you go, and here's a reward for sticking with it because we kind of fixed it after rushing into it too fast.
Oh yeah, definitely, 100%. Yeah. Yeah, why not?
Shazam is the best one.
By miles.
Now, apparently, there's a fan edit of Shazam coming out on Twitter. People are,
Clamoring.
because of the Zack Snyder cut of Justice League.
Also, they're adding Henry Cavill's head.
Yes, that is one of the things. Shazam is a mistake and too childish, so they're taking out some of the humour. The fans are rescoring it. They're putting Henry Cavill's face back in, and a Suicide Squad post-credit scene, which I don't know how that works.
What?
Yeah, fans are doing, and the artwork for this poster was the Mandalorian font, and you knew that because the Mandalorian was in the A, you could still see him. And loads of people were like, "Oh my god, it's the Mandalorian in this!"
It's a crossover. Oh no!
You idiots!
Oh no!
This is why fan culture can be a bad thing.
That'd be amazing. Just oh no!
It's really a discredit to
see
Zachary Levi's performance, isn't it?
I'd want to see that now. The Mandalorian just turn up. Maybe he could be the headless cameo at the end. You'd see his armor and the cape. You'd be like, "Oh!"
Oh, you have Superman's costume, but then it's just the Mandalorian helmet. It's like Super Jack.
He's no good to me, Dig.
What if he doesn't survive?
Put him in the cargo hold.
What if he doesn't survive? He's worth a lot to me. Yeah, that thing.
Okay.
I don't really know about Atom Smasher, but
I know the character from somewhere.
Black Adam's going to be good.
Yeah, it's The Rock, so it's got to be watchable. It's The Rock.
I don't know. He makes the same movie. Hopefully, he doesn't
True,
have to
true.
wear a khaki vest shirt again, or whatever he does, and be in the jungle like he normally is. Anakin returning to Obi-Wan.
Please, yeah. Out of all like the rumours and speculations, yeah. Disclaimer, please. Hayden, I was going to call him Ewan McGregor then, but you're not quite Obi-Wan.
Hello there. Tell me,
Please.
talk to me, Ewan McGregor,
Please.
about Obi-Wan.
Please come back.
I will ask him, Anakin. I mean, Conor.
Whoever.
Love you all. One was
I hate you.
You were bad, brother Anakin. Oh my god, Clone Wars was great. We need to talk about that in a separate video. Oh my god, I watched all of it.
Rebels as well? Or just...
I'm on Rebels Season 3. Kanan's
yeah.
blind.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
Yeah.
I
But,
know he dies at some point. Because I saw it on your Instagram story.
Oh.
When he sends the ship away.
I feel bad. Oh.
But apparently it links in with the battle on Scarif in Rogue One.
In ways, yes, there is a point. I don't know if it's in the last series, but there is a couple episodes on Scarif, and I think Krennic. No, it's not Krennic. He's in it.
Is he?
But there is a thing from Rogue One in it. Yeah, definitely.
And Chopper is in Rogue One in live action.
Yeah, supposedly.
Like,
in the background.
I was like, oh yeah, I do remember that shot. Now I know why people were so gassed about that. And also the ship is in. Connor's just putting because he forgot to put this on his story.
Yeah, well, yeah, I've got
That's
everyone
what it
know what I'm up to. Be like, yeah, first podcast back. It's alright, keep
And I'm
talking.
feeling good. I'm liking Rebels.
Yeah, it was
Do
a
you-
bit.
Do you find it do you find it annoying that the art style is just this fucking? I need to get cable ties for these fucking lines. Do you
Yeah.
find it a bit annoying that the art style is different from Clone Wars?
At first, yeah, it bugged the hell out of me.
Like
I
the
didn't
fact
like
that the
it.
lightsabers are really skinny and long.
Why? I think out of all the changes, I think that's the thing that bugs me the most. Why change lightsabers?
Because you're so used to it looking like that, and on Clone Wars they pretty much look
proper.
the same.
Mm.
But then it's a different show, and it's all Dave Filoni.
It is all.
That's why,
Yeah.
maybe.
But he went back. The only thing that bugs me then, he went back and improved the animation engine that they used for Clone Wars and made it look better in Series 7.
Season 7 looks amazing. It's so
mental.
good.
It feels like a Telltale game better. But before
Oh,
they
the
went
first
bankrupt.
2 seasons of that are like
Disgusting.
because I remember texting you like, does this get good? And
Yeah.
then got all the way through that. I'm in Rebels. I'll get back into that and hopefully finish it off.
I did send you the list of like the
The order.
canon episodes in order.
But I can't
You
be
didn't?
bothered.
Yeah, no, you didn't. Okay. Yeah.
I just autoplay it.
Yeah.
Pick an episode and let's.
See what happens.
I'm gonna try Resistance.
There wasn't a couple instances where you thought that wasn't what I just watched 2 seconds ago.
I guess sometimes I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
yeah.
Is this the same episode twice?
Yeah.
And it's like, no, he just that happened. That happened
Previously,
in the
yeah.
future, but this is before that. Like,
Yeah,
what?
that's what I mean. It was very weird how they
What?
originally came up with the concept of the series.
I like how
but yeah.
I like how it retroactively makes Anakin's transformation less abrupt.
It kind of does. Yeah.
Like, especially in that last scene, it's like you're getting very dangerous. Like when he takes off takes out all those tanks. Obviously, Commander. I got to the bit when like they rescue the clones in Rebels, and it was like, oh, it's the fact that they look so different, and it's like, I get that they've aged up, but also the drawing style is like, oh my god.
Yeah. It was nice to see those characters. I'm glad I did the whole journey in like canon chronological order as well. Because if I just watched Rebels first and then did Clone Wars, not that I ever recommend that, I wouldn't have got the impact.
I recommend watching episode 9 first, and then watching Phantom Menace.
Maybe.
No, don't.
Rise of Skywalker could be a prequel. That could be like the precursor to Knights of the Old Republic. That could be forgotten about.
Jesus, please, I forgot about it. I think I only watched it just to be like to watch the opening bit with the light speed skipping with Poe and Finn. I was like, this is fun. This is what this Star Wars trilogy should have been about. And
that's
eject
it.
disc.
Yeah, and C-3PO crashing in the cave going, oh, you didn't ask me how to sir, but I'm alright. That's still the funniest line.
That is the most fun that C-3PO has ever been. Wrestling, because Hemsworth is playing Hulk
Hogan, brother!
and he wants to be even bigger than he was for Thor.
He wants, so instead of 22-inch pythons, he's going to get 44-inch pythons. He's going to eat double the amount of vitamins. He's going to say your prayers and say your mama's prayers. He's going to body slam 2 giants, Big Show and Andre the Giant. Your face says it all. He's coming for you, brothers and sisters. No. Okay.
Talk to me about how cool this Hulk Hogan biopic's going to be. I know of Hulk Hogan through like just he was
Yeah,
he was a big thing.
He was a name. He pretty much was wrestling in the 80s, early 70s, mid 70s to early 80s. Yeah, no, late 70s, early 80s, carried on into the 90s. He was pretty much wrestling. Without him, there wouldn't be wrestling.
Yeah.
In terms of in ring, he isn't my favourite. Nowhere near my favourite. But he's just that name and brand that helped spread the popularity in that era.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, Hemsworth as Hogan. But then I don't know who else would play him. I can't see anyone. I don't want to say I'd say Hemsworth as Hogan. But I don't know who else would be Hulk Hogan apart from Hogan himself. I can't see it.
Mm-hmm. It's
a weird,
until you see it.
Very weird concept, yeah. Until because that hasn't got a release date as well, hasn't it? Or as far as we know.
As far as we know.
Until closer to the time.
2021 production starts. We know so far. Maybe?
So probably say what 22, 23 at the latest.
Yeah.
Even 24 at the very latest.
How long is this movie?
I say close to the time, if we see a picture, if we see him as Hogan, I don't know. Just the sound of it sounds weird.
Yeah.
It just sounds very baffling.
Where do you think is going to be the start, and where do you think is going to be? So what's the ideal story to tell of Hulk Hogan?
So when he became like WWF champion, Madison Square Garden against the Iron Sheik in 1984, I think it was 84, and then, well, because it hasn't stated how long it is. I'd say do the 90s NWO heel turn, which is like the most infamous turn for a character in history.
Yeah.
Cover all of that, make him become Hollywood Hogan, and then from the 2000s really, he can kind of appear sporadically, but then he has like the reality show What Hogan Knows Best, and his daughters did stuff, and his sons, and then he can then go in more into his family life. He doesn't have a wrestling image. He then sort of transcends into his family life, which I don't know very much about, but I just know he has kids.
So like,
I don't know
the personality outside of the ring.
Yeah. I'd say like first half let it be about his career from like 84 up till late 90s, and then I'd also like a personal blend of family drama. I don't know, and then because everyone accuses him of steroids because he did get big. And everyone then, wrestling back then was very against steroids, and everyone was saying, look, there's no, essentially exercise isn't as productive and as like scientific as it is today. Like everyone would look at Hogan and think, dude, you're on drugs. Like maybe get into that.
Yeah.
Not necessarily explain how he got big, but like go into the fact that people did think he was taking drugs, and like he had the hugest biceps ever at that point in the 80s.
Oh.
Like explore that as opposed to him in the ring, because in the ring he ain't very entertaining. He's not a great performer. Okay. He's just got the brand. I don't know. Out with the
I like when you explain wrestling because I'm just like, yeah, all those things. Because it is very much a storytelling format. It's like, I think what it is, it's the closest thing Americans have to pantomime.
Yeah.
In terms of like, it's putting on a show, it's boo his villains, it's a hero, it's someone to get behind.
He was the hero, yeah. He was the hero.
If there was a wrestler you'd love to see a biopic about, who would it be?
I want to see The Rock. I want to say The Rock because I'm biased. I wouldn't mind seeing one about Cena when I'm like an older man. Like give it a few years, Cena, because he's on his way out. Cena. I mean, he's got hair and he doesn't wrestle anymore as it is, so he's barely on his way out. I don't really know actually. CM Punk, Daniel Bryan.
Eye.
Yeah, what happened to his eye?
Such a fake prop.
What happened to his eye? No, I haven't seen that show. Fucking Jesus Christ. I don't know. CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, because they're wrestlers that have had to work from nothing, the indie circuits, like your Broxbourne, your Hartfords, and your Wares.
Yeah.
If you're in Hertfordshire, you know exactly where I'm on about. And so then working with them to then go into your London scene, and so then from London, I'm just American equivalent, to then going onto the big stage. Like, do stories about that. Start from nothing.
Almost like Fight With My Family, but sort of more...
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. But maybe less
story.
Comedic and more true, more individual and personalised maybe. But again, that's way down the line. If this Hulk Hogan movie is crap, then obviously don't bother. But, I don't know. It's a very weird one because not every wrestler would have a story to tell,
Yeah.
but they're the ones that come to mind. The wrestlers that sort of start from nothing, literally have to work their ass, sort of miss the prime of their careers whilst they're not known, and then by the time they get to the big leagues, they then don't stick around for long. That's what I'd do. But again, who? Hollywood, it's your call. Just don't make weird castings. Not against Hemsworth.
Cast The Rock as Rey Mysterio.
I would pay all my money to see that.
In Rey Mysterio's actual costume size. That'll make
Amazing.
your eyes pop out.
Amazing. Now, if that doesn't put people in seats, no, I don't know what will. But no, I don't know. Fighting my family, but more true. Less comedic, maybe.
Less but more. Less is
but
more.
Less is more, exactly.
You know,
Brother.
Ramada. We've also been catching up on a lot of films, which we're going into more next week because we're just easing it back in with a nice chilled on. Because
That's been very
we
nice.
mixed up the formula a little bit and
It works.
it's more professional because now we know how long we've been going for.
Did she stare at the clock? Yeah,
This is
no,
like-
it works.
Clocks. The bells, Esmeralda. But one thing, what's your top thing that you've watched for the first time in lockdown?
Oh, films on top of my head. Maybe Scarface.
Really?
Scarface. That just comes to mind. I could do like a top. Maybe next week I can give you like a top 5, top 10 things that I've seen.
Yeah.
Just because it's a hard one.
Maybe we can do that.
But yeah, Scarface comes to mind.
Yeah. Anything else?
No, not right now.
Not right now. You'll have to have a think and get back to us.
Not right this second. I
But-
hate being on the spot.
In the meantime, that is it for this week's episode of No Bible Podcast. Thank you so much for listening and now watching, because you can do that because the magic of technology and just having a phone that you can connect to your computer. If you want to get in contact with us across the week, tweet us or Instagram us at Pasty Sheep on both of those social media outlets.
Platforms.
And obviously give those a follow and just get involved. Tell us some stuff. Send your questions or anything you want us to talk about or read out, or you have an opinion that you want shared with the internet. Email us at
The Gmail contact at nerdbible.com. Nerdbiblecontact at gmail.com.
yeah.
Completely slurred the words.
It's
Yeah.
your first one back. It's like stretching.
Gmail contact at nerdbible.
Gmail contact thing. Yes. Fire mountain.
But yeah.
But
Any additional subscriptions would be appreciated.
yeah, make sure you share this
Shares.
around and get us our numbers up, because we got a bit up on our own, but it's been a while since we promoted it. But subscribe if you're new. It's nice to have the analytics up a bit. So
Onwards and upwards, as we
yeah,
say.
exactly. I've not been Conor,
No, and I've definitely not been George. I've definitely not been George.
and we didn't even rehearse that bit because he hasn't seen the ending of the other podcast. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next week. But in the meantime,
Stay pasty. On camera. Don't be afraid to put your face on camera. Just stay pasty. Oh dear.